She'll get them to me, and I will read your name. We ask that when you speak, because you limit your comments no more than 3 minutes, and that you avoid repetition. Madam City Clerk, are we in compliance with the open meeting law?
We are in compliance.
Great. Tonight we're very blessed to have Pastor Dennis Hudson of the Advent United Methodist Church to give us an invocation. And followed that, we have Troop 003 from North Las Vegas. The Girl Scout troop is here, and Cindy Burton is going to give our Pledge of Allegiance. So please rise.
Good evening, Mayor, council members, and fellow citizens. Prayer is the action that gets us in touch with and develops the most comprehensive relationship: self, God, community, creation, government, culture. We're born into the web of relationships and continue in it throughout our lifetimes. But we often don't feel like it. We feel isolated, cut off, fragmented, out of touch. We do not tolerate such isolation very well and move out to overcome it. We call up a neighbor, join a club, write a letter, get married. The disparate attempts accumulate. The self is less isolated. Society is less fragmented. The facts add up. But if we do not pray, they do not add up to enough. In prayer, we only in prayer are able to enter into the complexity and depth of the dynamic and interrelated whole. A failure to pray is not a harmless omission. It is a positive violation of both the self and the society. And that's from Earth and Altar by Eugene H. Peterson. Let us pray. O God, whose very presence causes us to choose whom we will serve, help us to joyfully choose always for you. Let us not be tossed about by conflicting motives, but live solely for you. We thank you for your blessings upon us. Thank you for our North Las Vegas elected officials and leaders. Give them wisdom, insight, and understanding to do that which is best for our community. Lead them and guide them by your presence, we pray. Amen.
Please join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Pastor. Appreciate you here. And Cindy, wonderful job for us. Thank you very much. This is a time set aside for public comment on a posted agenda items. When I call your name, please come to the podium and state your name and address for the record. And like you said, please limit your comments to 3 minutes. First, we have on here Mr. Matthew Callister.
I got to push a button. The Honorable Mayor, Mayor Pro Tem, members of the City Council, thank you so much for allowing me to speak for just a moment. I understand the dynamics of what's going to happen this evening. I want to take just a moment to thank the City of North Las Vegas for its extraordinary professionalism. I want to also thank Republic Services as well as the Meldrum family, those who have worked so closely with us to help us try to refine, improve the proposal we've made. I know what's going to happen this evening. I endorse it. I appreciate everyone, and in particular your staff's efforts. Extraordinary. When the City of North Las Vegas says it means business, it means business. I've had the opportunity for perhaps 30 years to work with various municipalities in my professional career and my political career. I am absolutely astonished at the level of professionalism, the respect, the working together spirit that typifies this city and all of us that labor so hard to try to improve it. Thank you so much in advance, Mr. Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. And just for information purposes, Mr. Callister, former state senator of the powerful finance committee, and he was also
10 cents, Mr. Mayor.
City councilman for City of Las Vegas for a little period of time. Thank you very much for being here. Mr. Johnny J. Clark, if you're here, please come forward.
John J. Clark, 630 Surrey Drive. Actually, I just came down here to support this amendment. First time I've been here. City planning was a little bit different. I was going to talk about the zoning, but that's number 5 on it. Do I talk now about it?
You're welcome to. There's going to be a position taken by the city in a minute to vote on maybe moving that forward. We're not sure yet,
well-
but you're welcome to talk if you'd like to talk on it.
Okay, well, this project, wanted to be zoned for pub. If you look at this piece of project, originally it was zone H2 a long time ago. And H2, as you know, you could build anything. And then what happened is you got zoned for M2. And but you look down that corridor from I-15 all the way down to Rancho, several properties have been changed to pub. You got a piece of property right now, 13 acres, that would change to pub. That it really is undervalued, but they changed it to sell it, and it hasn't sold yet. And across the street, you got another piece of property that would change to pub. This project right here, they already have a plan. I mean, they're going to develop it. It is not going to sit there. They're not going to change it to sell it. They're going to develop it. And if you look around the area, 1 block west on Ingolstadt and Cheyenne, you got commercial, and behind it you got residential. You look at this project, on the other side of the street you got different zoning. So in actuality, pub will be a perfect fit for this piece of property. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Clark. Appreciate you. Anybody else wishing to visit? This is the same gentleman, Johnny Clark, on 2 issues. You were speaking on both issues there, Mr. Clark, right? Okay. Thank you very much. Moving forward.
Next on our agenda, we have a presentation for our very own mayor, John Lee, as Library Friend of the Year and NV Energy Foundation as Community Partner of the Year. And council, if you would join me and the mayor down front, we certainly would appreciate it. And Judge Terrell, if you would come forward. I didn't see you sitting, I was looking for you. If you would come forward.
Good evening, everyone. I'm happy to be here today with Forrest Lewis, who's the director of the library, and I am a member of our Friends of the Library Board. And so our mayor was not able to be at our annual meeting, but we couldn't let him get away. We have this special recognition. The Friends of the Library District have named Mayor John Lee Library Friend of the Year. I'd like to take this. In grateful appreciation for your fundraising efforts and support of library services in North Las Vegas. And I want to add a few comments. This is how Mayor Lee has helped the library over the past year, and it's been phenomenal. He helped orchestrate a fundraising campaign that raised over $150,000 for the Friends of the North Las Vegas Library District, with more than $123,000 of that attributed to his efforts directly. The money raised is being used for technology upgrades and programming enhancements. And what you're going to see in October coming to our libraries are the self-checkouts that other neighbor libraries has had. So I'm very excited about that. The programming participation numbers have gone on 45% district-wide, and the summer reading program numbers have improved by more than 80% with these added resources. Mayor Lee has helped the library district connect with community partners and who are able to provide valuable advice and direction. And he came up with the idea for a library mascot. And so now you may see Buddy the Bookworm at a number of community events. We want to thank you, Mayor.
I appreciate this, and I'll really accept this for the whole council, because, ladies and gentlemen, the people I called were friends that have supported North Las Vegas, supported you in your campaigns, people who have a lot to do with our community, and they rallied. They would say to me, John, is there anything we do to help North Las Vegas? And of course, we have to make those hard decisions as city council. But when they said, I said, but our library's a little bit of help, you know? And they said, what can we do? Let's write a check. And if they'd say they'd write a check for $1,000, I'd say I'd love $2,000 to make a lot of difference to our library system, you know? and $5,000 would buy this. So we started really going after these people to help us out. And these libraries mean so much to us. One of the interesting things about me is I like all you people in here, but really books are my best friend. I love a good book. And when I get done with a book, I put it up and I just look at it fondly sometimes. So I think we are all learning as we get older the value of a good book, with good morals and good intelligence in it. So I'm very thankful for this. I'll try to match this again, but not next year. All right? So thank you very much.
Thank you, Mayor. All right, I'd like to invite Judy Stokey from NV Energy forward. And I would like to present her with this plaque. The Friends of the Library District have named Nevada Energy our Community Partner of the Year in grateful appreciation for your generous support of library services in North Las Vegas through your community grant program. And I want to add a couple more comments to that. NV Energy was kind enough to award the Friends of the Library a grant for $28,000 to upgrade all 28 public access computers here at the City Hall branch. And for those of you who haven't had a chance, please do go check over the City Hall branch of the library and check out that computer lab. We are so thankful. The new computers will allow the library to offer computer literacy and workforce development classes, as well as homework and research assistance. Because the computers are operated by an off-site server as opposed to individual computer towers, they are much easier to manage and update on a regular basis. They also use a lot less energy, which will save the library money. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and thank you, Mayor and council members. NV Energy is proud to be a community partner with North Las Vegas. You're doing wonderful work here. The foundation at NV Energy has given over $5 million to the state of Nevada and nonprofit organizations, and we just love working with North Las Vegas. I mean, we have employees that live here, we have a lot of customers here, and we just love being a partner with North Las Vegas. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Judy.
Madam City Clerk, would you begin with tonight's agenda?
Yes. Thank you, Mayor and Council. First item, the agenda, approval of regular City Council meeting agenda of August 19th, 2015 for possible action.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. We have a couple changes to tonight's agenda. At the request of the applicant as well as neighboring property owners, item number 5 and 6 on the public hearing will be continued to September 16th, 2015. At staff's recommendation, item number 22 on the appointment will be tabled to September 16, 2015 as well. The recommendation is to approve the agenda as amended.
Great. Council, any comments or questions on the approval of tonight's agenda? If not, I'll take a motion.
Move to approve as amended.
Please cast your vote.
Next item, set future public hearing dates. Set date on any appeals, filed or required public hearings from the City Planning Commission meetings.
Madam Clerk, I so direct you to set any of the appropriate dates.
So noted, Mayor. Public hearings. What I will be doing is reading items number 3 and 4 as they are associated. Item number 3, public hearing and ratification of the International Association of Firefighters Local 1607 Supervisor Collection Bargaining Agreement for the period of July 1, 2015 through July 30, 2017 for possible action. Agenda item number 4, public hearing and ratification of the International Association of Firefighters Local 1607 Non-Supervisor Collective Bargaining Agreement for the period of July 1, 2015 through July 30, 2017 for possible action.
Thank you. Dr. Liu, I understand you have a PowerPoint presentation for this evening.
Yes, sir. Thank you. We have a very brief presentation tonight. Is it on? Just very briefly, trying to provide the executive summary of the agreements that we have, tentative agreements we have reached with the North Las Vegas International Association of Firefighters Unions. I really want to recognize the negotiation teams from both sides. We do have very professional people on both teams. They have come to the every negotiation session prepared and also understand each other's roles, reasonably communicating, reasonably negotiating those terms throughout the entire process. First of all, we set the goals at the beginning on the city team. We really want to effectively negotiate those two agreements that expired July 1st, 2015 for both the supervisor and non-supervisor employees in those two unions. Our goal is also trying to build a long-term relationship and partnership with mutual respect so that we can really cooperate, collaborate on many issues in addition to the union contract negotiation. Of course, the budget constraints were very important to us because we do have to keep the financial stability and sustainability in mind when we set the union contract, whether it's for 2 years or for shorter term. We also set the goal to seek every opportunity to improve the operational efficiency as well as the cost control, especially the recurring costs. We want to make sure we have very systematic way of control it, so long term we can keep the financial stability in check. Certainly, many of you are aware of the contract that we have had for many years, since actually goes back 2007. There are some languages that we intended to change, and we want to make sure we have a clear separation between the management rights and the bargainable items in the contract. So that was a very important goal for us to achieve as well, to ensure the operational efficiency as well as flexibility for the command staff. Lastly, we want to implement best practice, both operationally and organizationally. Those are the primary goals we established at the beginning. The first meeting was very productive, and we didn't really take much time to establish the ground rules and communicating what is critical from each side, so that will actually set the process in the right foot. Just very briefly, the highlights on the results we managed to achieve. I'm very pleased to report that even though there are give or take from both sides, but at the end of the day, we're able to achieve all the goals just listed at the previous slide. First of all, we were able to reach a tentative agreement within 4 months of the negotiation because both sides, like I said, very clear what we're trying to accomplish. Was very reasonably working with each other and with a lot of hours, countless hours, worked behind the scenes before the session. And we were able to establish a collaborative relationship, which really resulted in some win-win solutions, even though neither side got everything they wanted, but at least we were able to reach common ground, compromise to achieve the goals we set aside at the beginning. Both contracts actually resulted in many direct and indirect savings. Those savings and benefits outweigh the cost increases. We have structured those agreements within the budget constraints for the current year, fiscal year 15-16, with reopeners for next fiscal year if we needed to meet any financial challenges coming our way next year. We also made extensive language changes to the contract to really reclaim and safeguard the management rights and make sure we have operational efficiency and greater flexibility for Fire Command. There is no cross-the-board annual increases for the next 2 years, even though our neighboring jurisdictions are giving those increases in the form of a COLA or bonus. We also were able to develop standard operating guidelines to ensure consistency and accountability. We added 2 lower steps with the 10% reduction in the pay scale effective July 1st, 2015. We add 1 top step with 5% increase effective June 30th, 2017, which is the end of this contract period, just to maintain parity with other jurisdictions for similar jobs. We're able to reduce the minimum allowable off-duty staff with significant overtime savings for the next 2 years. We established the maximum number of hours, basically that's the cap, for sick leave, annual leave, and holiday leave to reduce future buyout cost when people separate from the city. We're able to reduce the sick leave payout rates at the separation. We're also able to reduce the holiday sale back rate from 100% to 80%. We established a new practice for career development, performance review, and disciplinary process. I really want to give kudos to Chief Lytle and the IFF board for their countless hours working behind the scene, really develop this on the side, not really during the negotiation session, but really working with each other to agree on those processes being put in place. And this new contract also changed the practice that has been in place for a long time for physicals and paramedic training. Now they'll be all required to be performed off-duty, which really ensure our workforce will remain in service. We also set a new practice for uniform maintenance. In the past, we had to designate staff members to provide this service, really incur costs that is not the most efficient way of using our limited resource. The new practice not only will shift that maintenance, uniform maintenance responsibility to the union, and also requires NOMAX uniforms for better safety and better protection of our firefighters. With the new sick leave policy that is implemented or included in this contract, we have already seen some significant improvement in the attendance, which resulted in significant cost savings just the first month since its implication in the month of July. Certainly, there are a lot of changes that I won't be able to cover them all. We anticipate some immediate and as well as future benefits and savings, both operationally and financially. So that's basically the executive summary and in highlight, and I'd be more than happy to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you. I know we've been briefed on this. Staff, do you have any questions at this time? I mean, not staff, but council, pardon me. Yes, ma'am.
I don't really have any questions on this, but I would really like to reach out and thank IAFF, both Scotts and Rob, and the rest of your board and your members as well for working with the city and helping us come up with a contract that I think is fair for both sides and that works and relieves some issues I know that the city's been concerned about in the past, and still manages to get us on the same page and working together in a way that it's been really hard to do for a while. And so I am really so pleased to hope that this is new footing and new ground that we can stand on and move forward together. And I think a great part of that is Dr. Liu, but I also think a great part of that is Chief Lytle, who is, I think, a shining star in all of this and who is a great representative for our fire department, and I think very, very fair with the IAFF and with his employees, and I think he brings a lot to the table. So I really would like to thank everyone for what I think is an extraordinary effort here. Thank you.
Any other comments at this time?
Yeah.
Councilman Barone and then Councilman Churchill.
Yeah. I like the give and take, quite frankly, between the city and the IAFF. So as I understand, so I guess our newest firefighters, they're starting at a lower step, right? That's to offset any increase probably at a higher step, correct?
Yes, and the new hires, actually 7 new firefighters started at 10% lower.
Okay, so the young men and women that we saw get brought in, they'll be starting at the lower, right?
Yes.
How long had it been since we had any sort of a step increase for our fire personnel?
I would go back to probably 2009, 2008.
Well, for step increases, for merit increases, it's been quite some time. But there were concessions that were made during the whole resolution of the fiscal emergency matter. And because some organizations were within their contract year and some weren't, there were different, the organizations that were still had a contract were able to get any cost of living increases that were already allowed in their contract. We didn't want to affect any of their contractual rights in that. So depending on the bargaining unit, things were a little bit different. But this is the first time there's been a new contract for IAFF since 2007. And I really think this was a great negotiation, not only for the city, but for the IAFF, and something that the city can be proud of.
I just like, do we have a representative here from the firefighters union? If you'd please come up. As many as you'd like. Who doesn't like firemen?
Alrighty.
So obviously this contract is something that you and your members can live with, correct?
Yes, sir.
Something that safeguards you and your family?
Yes, sir.
Well, I want to really appreciate it. You know, just right here in my ward on Ellis, just last week, your firefighters stepped up and they saved one of my residents, you know, who, quite frankly, without you, without your members, she would have expired. I know I myself, I've had a chance to go on ride-alongs with your members. I'm always impressed with their extreme professionality, and I really appreciate the way that you have come in a spirit of cooperation, have come together to make this this contract reality. And I thank you for from the bottom of my heart on behalf of my residents. Thank you so very much, and if you'd be so kind to let our firefighters know just how appreciative we are.
We will. Thank you very much.
Councilman Churchill.
I'd like to just echo what Councilwoman Wood said and Councilman Barone. I look at, if most of you don't know, in my former life, I was a union president for letter carriers for 23 of my 25 years. And I look at the different teams over here. In reality, I always viewed us, and I still do, as all of us as employees here. To me, there are no bosses, there are no managements, there's just employees that serve the city and the residents. The staff of the city did an excellent job, but I'll also add that I know just how much courage it takes on the part of the union leadership to either give back or not request something when you have to go back and speak to your members and try to explain to them why you decided to do this or try to get their support. So for that, I personally say thank you to all of you. You know, I know you guys personally. I consider you friends. And please, extend my personal appreciation to the membership too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mayor Pro Tem?
And I'd just like to piggyback off what my colleague said and just saying thank you very much. When you have great leadership, it makes the task not so daunting. And when you have both sides that come to the table with an end result that's very similar in mind, it makes both jobs a little bit easier. So we appreciate you and what you all do for the citizens of North Las Vegas on a daily basis. So again, thank you very much.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
And now
Just-
open the.
Can I echo the sentiments of Dr. Liu? Kind of the same thing. We appreciate her efforts. We appreciate the relationship that we have with your city management. It works well for us. I think it works for the whole city. So thank you. Thank you, Dr. Liu.
At this time, I'll open the public hearing. I have one person who's filled out a blue card. If anyone wishes to speak, please come to the forward. Gary Schoaf.
Good evening, Council. My name's Gary Stephen Schoaf, 5622 Midnight Breeze Street, North Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm happy with the contract, too. There's only one thing that really bothers me, and first time I realized that we had this issue was a few years back when it was reported in RJ that very few of the people that work in North Las Vegas or work for North Las Vegas City live here. At that time, the city council has stated that they were going to try to start making new hires live in North Las Vegas. I went to the graduation of the new firefighters. I believe there were 7 of them. 2 of them don't live here. One of them lived in Utah, and one of them lived, I think, in the Bay Area. Why we're not requiring them to move to the city of North Las Vegas instead of just saying Clark County, I don't understand. And it kind of bothers me. I mean, if we can require them to move to Clark County, why can't we ask them to move to North Las Vegas? These gentlemen, I realize, aren't making a lot of money. They won't find more affordable houses than we have here in North Las Vegas. I believe they should be residents of our city. If they want to take our money, I believe they should live here. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Anybody else wishing to comment on this issue? If not, I'll close the public hearing. Council, any more comments or questions on this item? If not, I'll take a motion.
I move that we ratify the International Association of Firefighters Local 1607 Supervisor Collective Bargaining Agreement for the period of July 1st, 2015 through June 30th, 2017.
Thank you. Please cast your vote. That was for item number 3, and item number 4 was read at the same, concurrently with 3. Is that correct? So what we'll now do is I'll need to get I'll open the public hearing on item number 4. Anybody wish to speak, come address the council. Seeing none, I'll close the public hearing. Council, any more comments or questions this item? If not, I'll take a motion.
Mayor, I move that we ratify the International Association of Firefighters Local 1607 Non-Supervisor Collective Bargaining Agreement for the period of July 1st, 2015 through June 30th, 2017.
That's a motion. Please cast your vote.
At this point, we'll now move on to the consent agenda. Matters listed on the consent agenda are considered routine and may be approved by a single motion. However, any consent item may be moved to the business portion of the agenda for discussion at the request of any council member.
Consent agenda consists of item number 6 through 8. The recommendation is for approval.
Thank you very much. Council.
I'm sorry,
consent
6
is
through 9. I'm sorry.
7 through 9, yeah?
Yeah.
Move to approve consent items 7, 8, and 9.
Thank you very much. Please cast your vote.
Moving on to the business portion of the meeting, I will read items 10 and 11 together as they are related. Grant applications submitted to the State of Nevada Department of Public Safety Division of Emergency Management for a 2-year grant under the fiscal year 2015 FEMA Pre-Disaster Mitigation Grant Program in the amount of $1,493,250, and a required match in local funds in the amount of $497,750 funded by the Clark County Regional Flood Control District for the local drainage improvements in Oak Island Drive Storm Drain Improvements Project, CIP project number 10433. Associated item number 11, contract with Regional Flood Control District for possible action. Item number 11, interlocal contract with the Clark County Regional Flood Control District in the amount of $497,750 funded by the Clark County Regional Flood Control District for the local drainage improvements in Oak Island Drive Storm Drain Improvements Project, CIP project number 10433. Associated item number 10, FEMA Disaster Mitigation Grant Program for possible action.
Thank you. Council, concerning item number 10, do you have any comments or questions to this item? If not, I'll take a motion.
May I make one
Yes,
comment?
ma'am.
I'm going to make the comment, I guess, to the city manager and to whoever did this wonderful grant application. I know I had asked for a copy of the grant application because it wasn't attached to the backup. It turns out it was a binder like this big. If we can just get the first couple of pages, just enough to sign to see the grant application. We really don't need a copy of the full binder, but we do need a couple pages from it. But if we can find a compromise here. Exactly. Yeah, I received a whole lot more than I anticipated.
So noted, in the future, we will just provide executive summary for your review.
There you go. That would be greatly appreciated.
So I will need a motion to ratify the grant application.
With that, I move that we ratify the grant application with item 10.
Please cast your vote. Items approved. Item number 11. Council, any more comments or questions this item? If not, we'll take a motion to approve the interlocal contract.
Move to approve.
Please cast your vote.
Next item, item number 12, bid number 1467 and construction contract with MC4 Construction in the amount of $178,483.55 from the Regional Transportation Commission of Southern Nevada Fuel Revenue Indexing Funds for the Rapid Flashing Pedestrian Crossings CIP project number 10386 for possible action.
Thank you. Council, any comments or questions to this item? If not, I'll take a motion.
Move to approve.
Please cast your vote. Items approved.
Next item, interlocal contract with Clark County Regional Flood Control District in an amount not to exceed $1,717,500 funded by the Clark County Regional Flood Control District for the annual maintenance work program, which provides maintenance of flood control improvements within the city for possible action.
Thank you. Council, any comments or questions to this item? If not, I'll take a motion.
Move to approve this interlocal contract with Clark County Regional Flood Control District.
Thank you. Please cast your vote.
Item number 14, issuance of a purchase order to Metron Farner, LLC in an amount not to exceed $1,486,750 from the Utilities Enterprise Fund using the competitive bidding exception per NRS 332, Local Government Purchasing Act, for the purchase of meters and meter parts for fiscal year 2015-2016 and fiscal year 2016-2017 for the Utilities Department for possible action.
Thank you very much. Council, any comments or questions to this item? If not, I'll take a motion.
Move to approve.
Please cast your vote.
Item number 15, issuance of a purchase order to Hatch Company in an amount not to exceed $135,822.40 from the Sewer Utilities Enterprise Fund using the competitive bidding exception per NRS 332 Local Government Purchasing Act for the purchase of 4 phosphax analyzer units and associated parts for the Utilities Department for possible action.
Thank you. Council, any comments or questions on this item? If not, I'll take a motion.
Move to approve.
Please cast your vote.
Item number 16, resolution number 2544, a resolution of the City of North Las Vegas, Nevada regarding the consolidation of the policies and procedures on business expense reporting and business travel for elected officials and employees of the City of North Las Vegas and carrying on the necessary and legitimate business of said city, repealing resolution number 2298 for possible action.
Great. Council, any comments or questions on this item? If not, I'll take a motion.
Move to approve.
Please cast your vote.
Ordinances, final action. Ordinance number 2716, an ordinance of the City of North Las Vegas adding new subsection 6.08.085 entitled Adoption of Animals to Title VI, Chapter 6.08 of the North Las Vegas Municipal Code, providing for the adoption of animals and providing for other matters properly related thereto, continued June 17th and July 15th, 2015, for possible action.
Council, any comments or questions on this item?
Move to approve.
Please cast your vote.
Ordinance number 2718, an ordinance of the City of North Las Vegas designed to comply with the Nevada legislators' passage of SB 175 and SB 240 by amending Title II of the Municipal Code of the City of North Las Vegas related to firearms and emergency management and unclaimed property, Title V relating to licensing of businesses related to firearms, Title IX relating to the regulation of firearms, Title 12 relating to firearms in city parks, and ordinance amending Title IX regarding obstructing police and providing for other matters properly related thereto, for possible action.
Thank you. Council, any comments or questions on this item? If not, I'll take a motion.
Well, I'll make one. I will vote for this because the legislature has mandated that we do so. But I do so under protest. I think the North Las Vegas City Council and the other councils throughout the city are perfectly capable of determining firearm ordinances for our own jurisdictions. But I will move to approve based on the legislature.
We have a motion. Please cast your vote.
Next item, number 19, ordinance number 2719, an ordinance related to zoning amending Section 010 of Chapter 16 of Title 17 of the City of North Las Vegas Municipal Code by reclassifying approximately 112 acres therein from an MUD, Mixed-Use Development District, to an M2, General Industrial District, ZN 0515 Northgate Industrial 1, for property generally located at the southeast corner of Donovan Way and Tropical Parkway, and providing for other matters property relating thereto for possible action.
Thank you. Council, any comments or questions on this item? If not, I'll take a motion.
Move to approve.
Please cast your vote.
Ordinance number 2720, an ordinance related to zoning amending Section 010 of Chapter 16 of Title 17 of the City of North Las Vegas Municipal Code by reclassifying approximately 19.5 acres therein from an MUD, Mixed-Use Development District, to an M2, General Industrial District, ZN 0615 Northgate Industrial 2, for property located approximately 300 feet east of Puebla Street and south of Tropical Parkway, and providing for other matters property relating thereto for possible action.
Thank you. Council, any comments or questions on this item? If not, I'll take a motion.
Move to approve.
Please cast your vote.
Item number 21, ordinance number 2721, an ordinance to comply with the 2015 Nevada legislators' passage of Assembly Bill number 23 by amending Title V, Section 5.010 of the Charter of the City of North Las Vegas and Title II, Section 2.08.020 of the City of North Las Vegas Municipal Code, entitled General Elections, providing for changes in the dates in which certain general municipal elections shall occur, amending Ordinance number 1472, and providing for other matters properly related thereto, for for possible action.
Madam City Clerk, would you explain what the legislature did so that people would understand that next year will be a little bit different than they've always recognized in the past?
Yes, Mayor, I'd be happy to. In the past, our general elections have been held on the first Tuesday after the first Monday in June. And the legislator has now mandated that this be changed. And beginning in 2017, the municipal general elections will be held 1 week later. So that will be the second Tuesday after the first Monday in June.
So happy days, another week of campaigning.
Yes, one additional week.
Yeah. Council, any comments or questions this item? If not, I'll take a motion.
I just do have one comment.
Yes, sir.
As a teacher, I'm going to be really happy to have that extra week to campaign without having to do my teaching duties.
Oh,
I just thought I'd put it out there.
that's a motion?
That's definitely a motion.
All right, please, anyone else? No, please cast your vote.
Okay, we're moving on to the appointments. Item number 23, appointment of a qualified individual to serve on the Technical Advisory Committee to assist in the development and reconfiguration of the Clark County School District into local precincts for possible action.
Councilman Brown.
I'd like to nominate Mayor Lee for that committee.
I'd accept that. This technical advisory committee has turned into one of local government oversight. I know that I believe Carolyn Goodman now has been appointed to it. Mary Beth Scow has been appointed to it. I think Andy Hafen has accepted it, and so it's becoming a thing where the leadership of the valley is taking a look at if this makes sense to us or not. We've already started having presentations on this, so I'd be happy to serve on that committee and work with those other great leaders in the community to see what the direction of the legislature was or the intent. So I would accept that. Any more comments or questions on this appointment? If not, I'll take a motion. Please cast your vote.
Next item, rescission of an at-large appointment made on June 18, 2014 to the Parks and Recreation Advisory Board, and the rescission of an at-large appointment made on February 18, 2015 to the Arts and Culture Advisory Board for possible action.
Thank you. Councilor, any comments or questions on this item? If not, I'll take a motion.
Move to approve.
Please cast your vote.
Item number 25, appointment of an at-large citizen member to the Parks and Recreation Advisory Board to fill an unexpired term ending June 30th, 2018 for possible action.
Thank you. Council, any comments or questions on this item? If not, I have a nomination. It's been recognized that Mr. Delbert Levitt has been interviewed and has asked to be on this board and accepted the opportunity. That would be the motion. Any comments or questions on that? Please cast your vote.
Make the motion.
Thank you.
Item number 26, appointment of an at-large citizen member to the Arts and Culture Advisory Board to fill an unexpired term ending June 30th, 2019 for possible action.
Thank you, Council. We have a motion to appoint from me Mr. Richard Caron. I think he's in the audience this evening. He has met with I think he's met with the person in charge of the Arts and Recreation Board, pardon me, and is accepted, so that'll be the motion. Please cast your vote. Item is approved. City Manager's report.
Mayor and Council, just have very brief report on our wonderful staff at the Finance Department. They just recently received another recognition for the achievement for excellence in financial reporting. This is the 31st time, Darren?
Commissioner
this
Adair, could you
department.
come up? Could you come up here? And is there any of your staff here, Director Adair?
Thank you, Mayor. Would you believe that hardworking staff are probably upstairs working away right now? No, thank you. I believe it's 34 years, long tradition that's been going on here at the City of North Las Vegas, and we're proud to continue that excellence.
Well, thank you for assembling such a good continuation of staff to help us achieve this kind of excellence in our city.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just on a related note, the budget book is in the print right now, so pretty soon you're going to receive a copy for the budget for the upcoming year.
Thank you. That's all your report tonight?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Council items. Council, do you have any items that you would like to discuss now?
I have one.
If you have, Mayor Pro Tem?
I'd just like to put a plug in about the continuous work of the great department in our Parks and Leisure and under the direction of Cass Palmer with our Neighborhood Choice Grant Initiative. That's the $485,000 planning grant that we received from HUD to put a plan together for redevelopment of a targeted zone in North Las Vegas. And anyone is welcome to come to the planning meetings, and they're every other Thursday. And I think tomorrow is another Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. at Zion United Methodist Church. And what we're doing is called Planning While Doing. And we feed you pretty good. So if you want to come out and just give us your input and let us know your thoughts about a great plans that we can have for this target area, it's certainly appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Councilman Barone.
Yeah, just a couple of things. Number one, our library district next Wednesday at 5 p.m. will be showing a segment from American Latino. Of course, we have Hispanic Recognition Month, which is coming up here very soon, middle of September to middle of October, and of course we got a grant from to in part to show this, and there'll be a discussion. So I invite everybody. Actually, would you like to say a little bit more about it? I see Forrest, you know, and he's our is it okay if he says a little bit about it, Mayor?
Our pleasure.
I plan on being there, by the way, so.
Thank you very much for bringing that. We do have, it is a Latino Americans grant. We received, it's from the American Library Association. We were the only organization in the state of Nevada to receive this grant, so we're very pleased. We have University of Nevada, Las Vegas, excuse me, instructor is going to be here. His name is Emmanuel Ortega. And we're partnering with Vegas PBS. They're going to show an episode of Latino Americans, program they had a 6-part series, and we're going to have a scholarly discussion afterwards. We're very happy to provide that. It'll be right here in council chambers.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And just one other thing. I know she's going to kill me because, you know, I like to brag about her quite a bit. You know, she knows what high of a esteem I hold her. I'm talking about, of course, our Dr. Liu, our city manager. And I just like people to know that there was an interview with her in the Las Vegas Chinese News Network. It's actually online. I like to say that I need glasses, you know, to be able to actually read things anymore. But it's again, the Las Vegas Chinese News Network. If you were to Google it and put Dr. Liu's name on it, it'll come up in perfect Chinese characters. I can only think about maybe 1 or 2 people in the audience here who can actually read it. But you can hit the Google Translate, and it gives a fairly decent translation to it. And I really urge people, you know, if you love your city, right, to know a little bit about, you know, the person who makes the day-to-day executive decisions regarding their city. Again, I salute Dr. Liu for that recognition.
Thank you, Dr. Liu. And also, Councilman Barone, you were in that article a little too, weren't you?
Yeah, but mostly I'm just gushing about her. So it's again, we've had some remarkable changes, I think, in the city since she's come on. I know she has earned the respect of people throughout the valley, and she's one of our hidden treasures.
I agree. Councilman Churchio.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. Councilman Barone, I don't know why you had a problem reading that. I had no problem. Matter of fact, I picked out a couple of misspelled words. So, I just wanted to say I had the privilege of being part of a soccer tournament at Tropical Breeze Park this past Sunday with nonprofit Project 150. And they had 60 teams out there, and they raised over $16,000 for homeless teens. It was an amazing event. I want to thank our Parks Department for providing a great turf for them to play on, and we're hoping that they come back next year and do a very good job for those kids as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Is that all the comments we have? We'll close that. And now we go into, this is the time set aside for the second public comment. When I call your name, please come to the podium to speak. And we ask that you limit your comments to 3 minutes. This could be on anything you want to discuss with the council. Do we have anyone wishing to want to speak to the council at this time? Seeing none, we will close the
Well, hold it. Before you close this, do we get to sing happy birthday?
I'm getting old.
Our singing isn't going to make you that much older.
I would love to have you sing happy birthday. You know who wants to be my age? The guy that's 1 year younger than me. You know, you always want to be the next age. When you get to go, oh, I'm getting old.
All right.
I'm ready.
Ready.
I'll start it.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mayor. Happy birthday to you.
And many more.
That's right.
Actually, Councilman Goins is in the audience, and his birthday will be then tomorrow, too. And Sandra's sweet daughter also shares the same birthday, so this is a very good day on our calendar for a lot of families. So thank you very much. After that bout of cancer I had, I didn't know if I'd have another day some days, and it's a blessing to have every day now, and I appreciate it so much. Thank you, staff, and good friends out there. And with that, we will close this meeting. Thank you very much.